Hello, everybody. Welcome to another daily dose of gaming news and all that good stuff. And as always, before I proceed, I also publish on Rumble. I'm on Patreon and all that stuff for extra support. And not a lot of stuff going on. Still getting late on the day now, around 5 o'clock. Still not a lot of news coming out, but you got some kind of good stuff to go through. We got from hardware part here. We got Sparkle. It's doing a lot of Intel Arc GPUs in terms of AIB. They are doing at the moment all the lineup, which is interesting. I think Sparkle, I'm not sure. I think it went kind of not out of business, but they stopped doing the like GPU stuff for a time because the name is not. It's familiar to me from like older days. I've been like in a gaming scenario scene here for some years now, and if not mistaken, Sparkle did some GPU stuff as an AIB a long time ago. I think don't take my word on it because I'm not really sure. But yeah, they announced like the main thing here from especially from Intel. Even the A3010, which is like very low profile, it's just basically to give like for basically integrated systems office PCs and everything. This is just to give like a video signal. Usually it's like only 8 XE cores and 6 gigabytes of DDR6. Still is not bad. Or 4 gigabytes. It's like low end to the premium ones. I think the 77 they have the. I'm not sure if they are manufacturing also the 16 gigabyte one. I'm not sure. It doesn't say here specifically. I tried to check this before, but yeah, I'm not sure. But still, it's good to see the more companies are doing a lot of stuff in terms of, at least in this GPU market. It's more stale. There's like at the moment 3 manufacturers only. But yeah, it's good to see that they are bringing more, especially introducing the low end. I think it's good to have like high volume parts here and make to a certain point Intel in a mind share of everybody as a viable GPU option, which it is in the mainstream kind of like low end. Everything when they, especially the 77, if it is $300 or less, especially the 16 gigabytes, is very competitive with especially with the 4060s and all that stuff. Even the 7600 from AMD, they do a better job. Between around the $300, I think this one, the 16 gigabyte, the 770, sorry, and even I think the 6700 XT from AMD from previous generation, if it is around that price, it's an excellent option. They can play very well 1080p and even 1440p at a decent graphic settings. I think they are excellent options compared to even with the AMD and Nvidia low entry level GPUs, which are too much expensive, and maybe we'll start to see some changes there more. But yeah, the 4060 it's going to be a bust. No reviews samples sent out to usual reviewers. It's going to be a bloodbath on the market there. They're trying to see if not even the AIBs are basically marketing that GPU. So it's good to see that. We need more competitive prices and good performance on the low end of the GPU thing here. And continuing with that, we got some news. I managed to speak about this like a few weeks ago, that Samsung was telling that they are planning to at least be even more competitive with TSMC in terms of the wafer stuff from the 5 at the time 4 nanometer and 3 nanometer. They want to compete and overtake in like 2026 or something like that. I don't remember exactly the date. At the moment, it seems that the fact that it's a little bit stale, the market here in terms of wafers, and because not a lot of GPUs are selling, so not a lot of product moving. There are still the Apple stuff from TSMC that is like around 95% of the wafer production from TSMC, at least 90%. At least the 3 nanometer. It's going for Apple basically for their new iPhone. I think they are more focused there. But seems that Samsung is be able to, at least in the 3 nanometer, which is going to be the next gen stuff here, especially for in terms of technology, the NVIDIA, the 50 or the 5000 series. I'm not sure if AMD is going to jump directly to 3 nanometer, because if not mistaken, the GPUs are making it, at least in terms of GPUs, is 5 and 6. So 5 the chip itself, and 6 nanometers the memory. In terms of CPUs, I don't recall. By my memory, I don't know. But yeah, they seem to have a little bit more yields from their 3 nanometers than TSMC. Supposedly, some reports from KMIB, supposedly it's around 60% yield rate, which is not another real rate, but it is very good margins in the industry from what I understand, while the TSMC it's only 55%. But even that, in the 4 millimeter process, TSMC has around 80% yields, while Samsung supposedly has around 75%. Of course, this is they took more time to do like some R&D stuff to make their yields go better, because this is a very competitive market, so not a lot of high-end production factories exists in the world, because it's a very technical, very precise technology that it needs to be done. This is like a wafer where they make all these chips depending on the technology. But yeah, it's interesting to see that they, because it's like there is less demand to a certain degree at this point, they managed to refine the production manufacturing process here. And because it's all demanding, because some people think that it's only for GPUs and CPUs. No, the amount of chips from auto industry, from electronic appliances that need chips that are smaller, even like cell phones. There is not only Apple, you got the Samsung for the Samsung phones, all that stuff. It's huge amounts of chips that need to be done. And in terms of volume, I'm not sure if they tell here. Yeah, TSMC wafer, at least the 3rd nanometer, which is like the high end, the high demand, usually it's going to be around only 1,100 monthly units, which it's not that much. But yeah, in terms of other processes, they are more cheaper. They can do like more in bulk, from what I understand, and the yields are usually better. So that's why they can usually are more cheaper also. And because the expansion of these factories, we saw some of them in terms of TSMC investing on America. Usually it's for 6 and maybe 5 nanometers manufacturing process. That's why we might see a lot of chips regarding that process manufactured to be like spaced out and distributed around the globe. But yeah, this is the war of this kind of high-end chips that at the moment China and United States are like doing their thing, trying to block their chips on being sold on their market. But yeah, it's interesting stuff here. It's like a report, and it's always good to pay attention to these things in a higher level, so you can, to a certain point, kind of guess what things are going. It seems going good. Again, the more competition, the better it is, because by the end of the day, when you see more companies trying to fight for the same space, they have to be more competitive in minimum in terms of pricing. And to a certain degree, usually it will trickle down to a certain point to the final consumer, which is us. But yeah, regarding hardware, this is it. We got not a lot of gaming news, at least that I can saw that it was interesting. I saw this game, Fextralife, they are going all in with Baldur's Gate 3. They've been launching some interesting videos. I never played Baldur's Gate, I think at the time, because it was very, when I was younger, want more action, so This is more like D&D rules, if not mistaken. It's an RPG. I love RPG, but this is more detailed, more intrinsic on how they're going about it. And I'm very curious and interested in this game. The latest video that they made, they talk about a little bit of replayability and like how many endings there is, the versions of the endings. The guys are well versed on RPGs, and I will leave, of course, the link on the video and also in their website. They are working on their Baldur's Gate free wiki. They're going to be counting on a lot from the community, so if you are a guy that it's very interested and loves like contribute to wikis, this is an excellent place to go through. And as you can see, you got a lot of stuff going on their site. General, yeah, this is the wiki part, the main site. I usually, but I'll leave both of them for you to check out. I really, when I have like a game that I always in doubt if they have like a guide or a character builds or whatever it is regarding a game, it's very well throughout complete and with a lot of options here. And for today, I'm going to wrap up with some gaming deals. We still have BioShock, not much deals happening. It's the rebound from the summer sale and all of that stuff that has been happening in the last month or so. We still got the BioShock franchise is until the 28th, 75% off the first one, 85% the second one, and BioShock Infinite is 75%. You can buy as a package the collection. Here it doesn't appear the correct price because I already have BioShock Infinite. I don't know what's happening there. But it's cheap, it's very cheap. It's one of those franchises I recommend people playing at least the first game. And also we got the Surge 2. I don't have this in my wish list. It's a kind of Dark Souls-y like. This is the second game. You got the first one. I ignored it because I thought that this game is a little bit more janky to a certain degree. It's got some different twists and turns here in terms of the mechanical play regarding Dark Souls. It's not the best one, but it's very interesting how they're going about it. The lore itself, it seems pretty interesting how they're going about it, the story wise and the setting here. And it's 75% off. I think it's if you have like $8 and you want to try something new, I think this one should be good to go. I'm not sure, you can buy the pack for 80% off, so like $9 you can get the two games and try them out. It's very similar to, in terms of mechanics, of Dark Souls, but it has some twists here and there, and it's a different setting. It's more sci-fi setting than a fantasy one. And in the second one, I'm not sure if in the first one I also like the dismembering mechanics here and there, but in the second one I know it has, but in the first one I don't remember if it has also. Very interesting stuff here. And lastly we got Deadlight. This is the director's cut. I'm not sure if I get this on the director's cut. I know I made a gameplay series of this game. I'm not sure if it was from GOG or Epic Game Store. I know I made a game series from this one. I'm not sure where I got the game. It's not from Steam, and I'm pretty sure it was the director's cut that I had. But yeah, this is a very interesting game. It's a small game, so that's why like $2. It's well worth. You got some interesting setting here. I don't remember like precisely the story now because it's been a while. But it's like a zombie stuff, it's like a 2D with some puzzling stuff here. It's very interesting. I really enjoyed this game. And basically that's it guys for today. Not much happening, but still it's only Monday. And I'll wrap up with my GoGetFundMe for me to upgrade my PC to get better and more content for my private clients, and of course doing some video stuff for them. And also in my free spare time doing the daily videos with better quality, doing some scripted content to get some in-depth in some subjects that I like to talk about, resume my gameplay series, and possibly doing some live streams in the future. And with all that said guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, Kunamy Master out.